nothing new. Manchester United are a disgrace. And I'm not even. I'm not.
Man, look at Laurie. Look at Laurie. He's an Arsenal fan. He can't even take it seriously. The first thing he says, United are just a disgrace. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Make sure you got the bell notifications turned on.
I'm not even trolling. They're a disgrace. The thing about it is that,
why? We just won the game. Was there even controversy in the match?
I'm just wondering now. We have seen now what's going to happen. We've seen now that there's going to be no protection for us because this is pre-season. So that means...
Did Arsenal really get roughed up that badly? Like, on a level, the tackle from Martinez that led to the fracas and the yellow card, he won the ball. Yeah, there was a bit of meat in it. But it's Man United Arsenal. Every single gooner that I listened to in the build-up to this pre-season game said, it's never a friendly when we play Man United. I want the players to be up for it. We had Jess on this very show state. She wants some hard tackles. Now it's happened. They're crying. On top of that, these ain't the same referees. These are the, as far as I'm aware, these are the state's referees. They're nothing to do with the Premier League or the FA or the PGMLO or whatever they're bloody called. Just admit you got beat, Ty.
I hope we're looking at it because I'm sure Mikel and the staff are, because this is what we have to expect at Mold Trafford and at Emirates.
Mold Trafford and the Emirates.
This is what we have to expect because this is a pre-season game, fair enough. But the challenges that they were making weren't pre-season challenges. And one thing I will say, without going on rant, is
they were just tackles. They were just normal tackles.
I'm wondering now, is it wise for us to play Premiership rivals in pre-season games?
Is that just because you lost? Is that just because you lost, Ty? That's my personal opinion. They lose a game and Ty never wants to play a Premier League team again.
Stop it. Get some help.
But when they played Chelsea last year and they beat them, that meant everything. That was so massively important. It was absolutely pivotal when it comes to their progression. And listen, I'm not calling all Arsenal fans out on this. Most Arsenal fans are level-headed. A lot of them that come on our show last night in the comment section, etc., were disappointed, and rightfully so. Nobody, absolutely nobody, wants to lose matches, you know, pre-season or anything along those lines. Nobody does. I'm just checking here while he said that because it popped into my head. I can't actually see. I can't find. Here we go. I'm going to find the match report from last night. So I want to check something out, and I don't know whether the stats are going to be on here. According to this on Who Scored, Arsenal committed more fouls. More fouls than Man United.
Suck your mum, yeah, I said it, suck your mum.
And scare Man United. Go, do you know what I mean? That's what we're up against now.
I'm playing this video. I haven't listened to all of it. I have listened to the first few seconds because I'm not going over the top with the win last night. I think it was a good performance. I loved what Mainu did. I liked how Mount looked in the middle. Sancho was excellent. We dominate the ball in the first half. The changes kind of killed our ability to dominate the ball, and Arsenal had more of it in the second half. And I was impressed. That's it. Now I want to see us progress from this point, get fitter, stronger, and go to another level. But in the build-up, like I said earlier on in this video, Arsenal fans were on our necks. They wanted to come and kill us. They were taking this seriously. Listen to the beginning again from man like Lee.
Go out there and scare Man United. Go.
They wanted to scare us. That was the narrative.
Do you know what I mean? That's what we're up against next season. Like, you know, show them that we are, you know, the team. You know, Man United fans, I think, are just getting a little bit above their station. They haven't really improved as much as what I thought they would do in the transfer.
See, I don't know exactly what Man United fans he's talking about, and I'd love to ask Lee this question. But when I posted a tweet a week ago stating that I think if we knew Onana was coming, we knew Mount was already in. But if we add Amrabat and Højlund, I said I think we can challenge for the Premier League. I would say 80% of the Man United fans who replied to me said, I'm worried. I don't even know if we can make top 4. I don't think we have progressed enough, blah, blah, blah. So for me, seeing that be the response isn't Man United fans getting above their station. Maybe there's Man United fans in his ear through DR Sports, United View, that have made him feel like, you know what, United fans are getting a bit ahead of themselves. But I do believe the business we've done is improving Man United significantly. And we've only got half of them in so far. They haven't even kicked the ball, had a training session. But this is why I took last night quite seriously. It wasn't going to be the be-all and end-all, but it was a test. It was an acid test of sorts. Can we dominate the ball against a team who, both home and away last season, were better than us? And we did it, by the way, with 170 million pounds of midfield talent added to their team. And Urian Timber. They had all of their new talent on the pitch. Now, Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko didn't start. That is fair. But we didn't have Rashford and Casemiro, Onana starting the game. So from my point of view and perspective, there was improvements to come from both sides. But that's why I personally took it seriously, because this was a narrative at the beginning of the week.
This moment in time, they were a little bit like this last season, and then they got it towards the end of the transfer window. Let's nail it now. Let's get on there and get a good performance.
You know, at the end of the day, it's what they wanted. They didn't get it.
Blah, 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 blah.
He's looking at the blueprint at Arsenal, and he's sort of trying to follow in a similar way. So you see him bringing in, even now with Onana, bringing in a goalkeeper going to play in the style that he wants to play at. That's similar to what...
Robbie, listen, I love Robbie, by the way. Nothing but respect for what Robbie and AFTV have done. I know we have people that come on the show that don't always like him and call him out. We allow that to be said because we echo chambers, but I'll always defend them. I'll always defend AFTV, especially Robbie. But this is a madness take. That Eric Ten Hag is copying the blueprint laid down by Mikel Arteta on how to rebuild a team. Because he's gone and bought Onana and because Arteta bought Ramsdale. Let's just listen to a little bit more first.
I don't think he's looking at Arsenal. That's just what he does. That's how he builds his team.
That's similar to what Arteta...
Tell him again.
Right?
Isn't it, though?
Tell him again.
Don't look at him, Arteta, say I want to be like him.
Arteta's a flop.
No.
Man.
He didn't learn. No, I'm not letting you say that.
Tried it, bro.
He said that. I think he is.
No way.
You don't think...
Ten Hag's won more in his career than Arteta.
Hold on. You don't think he's looking at the...
Semi-final.
You don't think he's looking at the blueprint of what Arteta done?
No, I'll tell you why he's not, right? Now, look, I'm going to precurse this with, you all know how much I've praised the progression of Arsenal. You all know how good I think they've become and how dangerous I think they'll be this year. So, this isn't coming from a place of hate or dead banter. Mikel Arteta didn't invent buying new goalkeepers during a rebuild. Fergie did it with Jim Leighton. Klopp did it with Alisson. Pep did it with Edison. This is not new. Rebuilds were not invented by Mikel Arteta. Legit, they weren't. Buying goalkeepers to improve your team wasn't invented by Mikel Arteta. That element of your rebuild had a blueprint. Yes, it's had a blueprint. Listen, it probably happened before Fergie and Jim Leighton. I'm definitely sure before 1986, goalkeepers were bought to improve teams.
Arteta had to get rid of a lot of... Hold on.
From my point of view, and I don't know what guys think about this, but to me it feels good because I feel like we're in better shape than United ahead of this season. We finished ahead of them last season. We've spent our money early and quickly, invested in good players. Obviously, United have signed a couple of good players, but they probably still want a few other positions. So I think it's a must-win game. I'm being honest.
I didn't know that was. I didn't know that was coming because I just get sent these videos through. Listen, and I think that was what's important for me in the build-up to this game. There was, Ten Hag was being slagged off. He's copying Arteta. You've heard it there from the judges talk about how we have to scare them. Curtis Shaw, it's a must-win game. The Man United manager, we came out and said exactly the same thing. Must-win game. Huge, huge game. We can't just play it down now as a nothing, pointless preseason match. There is an element of significance in this victory, in that performance. Doesn't mean Arsenal can't improve from there. Doesn't mean Man United can't go backwards. Man United now need to look at this and get the bit between their teeth and keep working harder, not rest on their laurels. Arsenal have got to go back, regroup. I think the manager has to look at the situation with Kai Havertz. I think starting him early in the season could be a problem for them. I think maybe he has to start on that bench, as we saw other great managers do with new signings in recent years. But it was a big game. It was an important acid test for both clubs in pre-season. But I want your thoughts and I want your feelings in the comments section below, people. Do me a big favor and hit the like button, subscribe, come follow us on our TikTok account as well. Links in the description or that QR code. Take care. Goodbye. God bless. And I'll see you all again soon.